You're not perfect, and neither is your art. And that's okay. If you're the type of person who is afraid to show their work because you think that it's not polished enough or it's not perfect, I'm here to tell you that that's okay. Because your flaws, anything that's imperfect about your work, people are going to see that, and people are really not going to, they're not going to be upset about it. And if you're preventing yourself from putting your work out there because you think it's not as good as other people's, or it's not polished, or doesn't have the best sound, or if you're a painter, you're like, it's still a little rough. For your writer, well, that my book's not like Shakespeare, it's not really that good, I don't think I should put it out. Like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Especially when you're just starting out. Especially, like, if you're starting out as a creative and you have a medium, like, you need to get that first work out there. You need to get something done and you need to put it out, all right? Because the more you put your work out, the better it gets over time. And you shouldn't allow fear and you shouldn't allow the judgment of others to stop you from what you're doing. If you're working on something and you're really excited about it, and you go in and you start working on it, and every session, you have that excitement and you're putting things together and you're growing from that experience, whatever you're doing is gonna be good. It might not resonate with everybody, and I'm here to tell you that it probably won't resonate with everybody, but you're gonna find at least one person who's gonna see what you've done, and they're gonna come up to you and they're gonna be like, hey, I saw this thing that you did. I saw this thing that you created. It really resonated with me. I can't wait to see what you do next. And I swear to you, you're gonna have that moment. And your work, it's not gonna be perfect. And honestly, it's never gonna be perfect. A project can never really be finished. A project is only finished when we stop working on it. And then we say, you know what? I've done what I can. I'm gonna go put it out into the world. And when you go and you show it, you have a show in your area, you put it out online, you try to sell it, you give it to somebody else, to those in your community, that's when the work is done. And when your work is done, after you put it out to everybody, you let it go. You let it go, and then you start to work on the other project. And then you start to build on what you just did. But if you're going into your work and you're looking at it and you keep saying, this is stupid, or this is just not that good, or this just isn't working, I suck. Like, why am I doing this? I have this feeling that I want to do this. This is my dream. This is what I've been wanting to do my whole life. And now that I'm doing it, it's not working and it's just not good. I'm not good. I'm never going to be anybody. If you're thinking like that, like, you are limiting yourself. And every single creative person has these thoughts, especially when they're working on something. They're working on something and they get to a point where they're like, this is just not good, or this is just not working, or this is just not This is not what I thought this was going to be. Or my skill set's not there. Take a deep breath and realize that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Do the best you can. Work on your idea. And just get it done. Get it done. Because the more you go through this process, the easier it gets. Now, the work is going to be hard. And I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to, I'm not trying to say that you're going to be putting less time into each project. That's not what I'm trying to say. Because every single project, depending on what it is, it's going to require a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of lonely mornings, lonely nights working on this thing. But you're going to get better. And engaging in the creative process, it's going to run a lot smoother, right? But no matter where you are, whether you're just starting out as an artist, you're just making stuff with your medium and you're still learning the basics, or if you've been in your medium for decades, you're going to have projects that are not going to be your best, right? I feel like when it comes to the nature of creative work, it's always like this. You start something and then something's really good, and the next couple projects is just like, it's not as good as it was. But then you'll get to a point where, this is really, really good. And in order for you to do something like great, you need to be consistently creating. You need to consistently practice, because out of every creative's career, they're only going to have a few examples of exceptional work. Now, I'm not going to say that their other work is horrible, but to make something that's exceptional, it's going to take practice. It's going to take devotion, right? It's the ones who consistently work on their craft, and they get better and they get better and they get better. That's where great work stems from. And if you're afraid of putting something out, or you're afraid of actually showing your work, or actually doing the work, you're doing yourself a disservice. Right now, and this is a great example, I am starting these videos on creativity. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about, and you know what? This video right now, it's not going to be my best video. It's not going to be my best video. I have a hard time, excuse me, I have a hard time speaking on camera. I can write, I can film, I can make videos, but putting a camera in front of me and just speaking my mind is extremely hard for me. And you know what? This video is not perfect. And I don't know how I'm going to edit this video. I might just put this out on YouTube the way it is. No music, no edits. I'm filming on my phone right now. I could be filming with my DSLR camera, and I could be focusing on lighting, and I could be doing everything. But you know what? That's not the purpose of this video. This video is extremely imperfect. This is my studio. I've got my drum set right here. I've got stuff that I've gotten from Facebook Marketplace, that I'm using. These are just props that I'm using for my next short film. But my studio is pretty much a mess. And my studio is my garage. It's kind of messy. And you know what? It's not perfect. I'm going to be filming in here. I'm going to be putting a green screen on this back wall right here. It's going to be pretty rough and ready because the project that I'm doing with maybe 2 or 3 other people. I don't have a full team, and I don't have a whole lot of equipment. So the project that I'm doing is going to be a little rough and ready, but I think it's going to be pretty exciting because I'm going to be able to make something with just a green screen, green screen and a camera. I don't know how it's going to be. I've written a script, and I've got a few people that are going to come by this weekend and do some filming, and it's going to be great, But, I've also worked on full sets where everyone's has a role to play, and, everyone's got their professional equipment, thousands of dollars of equipment, and we're all helping each other out. But right now, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. So what I'm doing right here, this is very incomplete, and that's okay. This is not going to be perfect, but I'm going to make this thing and I'm going to show it, and I'm just going to see what people get out of it, because I think what I'm doing, I think it's a good message, and I think that it'll resonate with other people. So, and I'm going to see what happens. And that's the type of mentality that you should have when you're working on something creative, when you're working on your craft. I want you to find an idea that you love, and I want you to work on it and do it to the best of your abilities. But once you're done, I want you to put it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be polished. I just want you to put it out and see what happens. And that is going to be some of the best practice that you can have. So again, I'm getting to the point right now where I'm trying to keep this engaging, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I hope this resonates with you, but creating is hard. Making anything is hard. Doing what I'm doing right now is hard. This is hard for me. Speaking my mind and communicating this message to you, it's a challenge for me. And I know this first video that I'm doing, talking about something that I'm extremely passionate about, this first video is not perfect. It's far from it. I'm hoping to get better at it. I'm better at playing music. I'm better at making films. But doing something like this, speaking on camera, without a script, without something going on, it's hard for me. And I want this message to be authentic. What I really want to do is I really want to help other creative people. I really want to be able to connect with those who are having problems with just staying consistent in their work. I want to connect with other creative people. So if you're somebody who is creative and just they want to put something out, but they're having trouble staying consistent, I want to connect with you, and I want to show you that doing things imperfectly is okay. And for those of you who've been creative their whole life, if you're in a rut right now, or if you think that what you're doing is just it's not as good as it used to be, or I'm not as creative, I'm here to tell you that, hey, keep going. And If you want to try something new, add a new element to your work. And this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to create in another way. I'm trying to do more things that are more informative. And I just want to share my message with other people. And going forward, I'm going to start putting stuff out like this, just being brutally honest on camera, and hopefully giving people a little bit of inspiration, right? Because I really want to connect with you. If you're a type of person who's a creative person, who's doing their best to, get their stuff out there, but they're having a hard time, they're having challenges. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your challenges are. And hopefully together we can come up with solutions so we can continue to do, what we are called to do, right? Because if you're a creative person, if you have something that you're making and it really means something to you and it resonates with you, you should do it. And you should put yourself out there. And you should be able to, develop that confidence inside you that says, hey, you know what I'm making right now is worth it. This is worth it. And I want the world to see this because I'm trying to communicate something that is meaningful. And I want to have an impact on other people. And I'm telling you that you can do it. You just need to start. And if you've been doing this for a while, you just need to keep going. So, I hope this resonated with you. I'm going to make some more videos. But again, this is just the first video for me for this. I'm going to continue to do it. If this resonates with you, give me a comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, if this video is horrible, comment. I want to hear your thoughts. You can maybe tell me what I can do better, Maybe you can tell me, hey, maybe it'd be best if you used your DSLR camera or, had a better background than your dirty studio. I don't care what it is. I just want to put this out so I can get better. So, if you like this video, I'm going to say it, subscribe, and let's get better. Let's get better at our work. Let's figure out ways of, putting our stuff out there to the world. And let's build a community of people who are just going out there and they're trying. They're trying. And with every single attempt, you get better. You get better, you get better, you get better. You build your community. You find your audience. Because this world is big enough for everybody to find their audience. We just need to start, So, for those of you out there that are, having trouble, just keep doing it. Show up. And if you can, show up every day to your work. Get better at it. And when you're done with the project, tell everybody about it. Get excited about what you're doing, If somebody asks you, hey, what are you working on? Just say, hey, I just made this really cool thing. You want to see it? You want to take a look at it? Here, look at this. Read this. I'm writing a novel. Read this first paragraph. Or, hey, I am making a painting. This is this rough sketch of it, What do you think? This is what I'm doing. This is what excites me. Because your energy and your excitement is going to captivate people. It's going to turn people on. It's going to get people curious. So in a way, we have to, do things imperfectly, but at the same time, get really excited about what we're doing and share it with other people, If you're doing a 1-minute film, just say, hey, I'm learning how to be a filmmaker. I just made a 1-minute film. Come check this out. I'm gonna show this at a short film premiere. I'm really excited. I really want you to come. And just believe in yourself, even if it's not perfect. Because none of our work is perfect, but it can only get better, right? It can only get better with constant practice. And the more you do this process of idea, gestation, creation, and then presentation, you go through that process, you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Every experience is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, you're going to have a different reaction, but at the end of the day, you're doing the work. You're doing what you set out to do. And you're living your dream, no matter what the circumstances are. You are living your dream. You are a creative artist. You are a creative person. And whatever medium that you choose, I mean, you can only get better at it over time. You're gonna learn new things. You just gotta keep putting yourself out there. And that's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna keep putting myself out there. So I hope you like this video. And I hope to see you in the next. And if you got anything for me, send me a comment. Let's have a conversation. All right, guys. See ya.